Hey guys, Dave here. So, some of y'all know about all the RAM videos and stuff I've been making, and that's kind of like, I don't know, that's kind of what got my channel. I mean, 99% of my views are because of that RAM. So, there's a whole other part I don't video because I'm in a hurry to get it done. So I don't even bother turning the camera on. Two, um, some of the Audi stuff doesn't really pull a lot of viewership. So, um, I don't know. I just kind of, but there's this whole other side of me that a lot of you guys don't see. And I kind of want to start kind of like a series of, I don't know. I'd say it's kind of inspired by Roman Atwood. I don't know if any of you guys follow him. He does I think right now he's at like 201 days in a row of videos daily. So, some are 20 minutes, some are an hour and a half. So, I don't know. I kind of that's kind of it's kind of inspired me to just start putting more video out, even if it's content that may or may not be what everybody wants to see. My I didn't want my channel to turn into just about my Ram truck. I mean, the reason I started video on the Ram truck is because issues I was having were not. It was kind of hard to find videos online. Half decent ones. Mine aren't perfect. Um, I still struggle with some stuff, but um, like this Audi here, um, I've kind of gotten a little uh, carried away with it. So, um, oh, and I don't know if y'all see, I got me a new lift, so that's uh, that's fun. And it's funny because I got the lift and I was like, you know what, I need to put it to use because right after I installed it, I went on vacation, and then I got back and it just sitting. I was like, man, why did I buy a lift if I'm not going to do anything with it? And I was like, you know what, I'll get to working on the Audi, put it to work. Um, and I kind of got a little carried away. So if you see that, yeah. Anyway, so I got a little carried away with that, and bought me some of them, and got me some tire machine and balancer. It's all. Believe me, YouTube didn't pay for any of this. Um, I think I make like 75, $80 a month on YouTube, and a lot of that's my RAM videos, but I don't want this to just be a RAM channel. So there's that project. Um, there's the whole front of the car. Oh, let me show you this. This is the fun part. Y'all ever seen the timing chains on an Audi? Most cars have them in the front of the motor. Audi was like, hey, let's do it better. Let's put it on the back of the motor. That's the back of the motor. Those are all the timing chains, which I've already replaced. I'm literally just waiting on new cam bolts, so I don't feel bad about reusing the old ones. Because I mean, there's anyway. Yeah, so you have to pull the motor, tranny, everything to do timing chains. So I was going to video this. There's actually quite a few videos on YouTube about the timing chains on the 3.0 Audi, which there's some great videos out there. There was no need of me making one. This was going to be a weekend project. I was going to jump in there, do all this stuff, and then realized I had to order a bunch of bolts. There's a lot of bolts that are one-time use, and a lot of people say you can reuse them. I didn't want to take a risk, especially after going through all this trouble. So I got new cam bolts on the way. I got new flywheel bolts, which, believe it or not, these little things here, I think are like $5 a piece, and that was through an online retailer. Freaking, I think what was it? The local Audi dealership wanted even more. I want to say it was like double the price. It was like $10 a bolt, and then the Audi dealership for this cam bolt wanted $20 for that. I got it from ECS Tuning for, I think, $4.95 or something. And then this one was a dollar on ECS Tuning. And once again, that was another $20 bolt from Audi. So I ordered them. Turns out they still haven't been shipped. So I'm literally waiting on it. But if I could, like, the starter and the motor mount. I had to pull all this to get one bolt off the back of this cover. See right there? It threads in. Yeah. So it threads in from the other way, backward. I almost broke the case trying to get it apart because I couldn't figure out what was holding it. So I had to pull all this off to get to it. And then, fun fact, I had to replace the motor mounts over here. But this motor mount's fine. I can actually tighten it up, but I just kind of left it loose. This motor mount, right there, the brand new one, I cannot put in until I start to put the motor and transmission back together, because there's bolts right here that I have to reach that I can't get to if the motor mount is on. So, I mean, I can make it easier, separate the axles, completely lift this out of the way, get out of the way of the carriage, put it all together, then drop it in there. But where's the fun in that? So I'm going to put the motor back together. Then I'm going to put the motor mounts in. And roll all this back under the car to the front. So, and then hopefully it goes back together as easy as it came apart. But I got a little carried away when I started tearing into it, because I was hoping I could disconnect the wiring harnesses and just drop the harnesses with the motor. But once I got into it, like, I already had everything disconnected. I had the ECU all disconnected. Started running wires and realized there's half the wires go through the body, all kind of stuff. I was like, okay, abort that. So it turned into me basically through all the little freaking orifices of the motor, and it wasn't as fun as, you know, I could lead you to believe. But I think I'm excited about getting the motor together. So I'm excited about this, but I'm dreading getting all the wires put back in. The wires is the problem, because they are, I don't know, I even still have some left on here, but man, they had tucked down everywhere. They snake through everywhere to go and plug into. I don't mind the mess, but they feed all down through here, down through in here. But yeah, so you can see I got all new tensioners on it, new pulleys. Got the dual pulley kit, ARP, for the supercharger. What else we got? That's another supercharger I picked up. You know, 'cause the one I was spinning, because at 7,500 RPM with the dual pulleys, that supercharger spins probably close to 30,000 RPMs, and I'd say the last 100,000 miles, I've had a kid on here, so I figured it was best to find a low mileage unit and throw on here. Which this supercharger that I have here came out of I think an A6 with like 70,000 miles. So that's kind of what I decided to throw on there. I switched over the pulleys and everything, and it's been fine. I think my other supercharger is probably fine too, but I didn't want to really risk anything, so that's the route I went. New timing chains, all new tensioners, pulleys. I have a list. New serpentine belts, pulleys, tensioners, timing chains. What else was there? New motor mounts. Oh, dude, that's another thing. Check this out. So, new motor mounts. Nice, pretty. Look at this. These are hydraulic oil filled mounts. As you can see, this one has shit the bed. And believe me, you could feel it. You hit the gas, you can just feel the motor just jump around. I mean, it was almost violent. But that is the factory mount. Here's the other side. It's just as bad. It's been leaking also out the bottom. Yeah, pretty nasty stuff. But a lot of you guys haven't seen my shop. I really haven't recorded much here the past year. But this is what I've been working on. It's a 40 by 60 shop. Unfortunately, the way I had to lay it out on my property, because I would have loved to have doors on the 60 side, you know, 1, 2, 3 doors. But the way I had to lay it out with my property, and I have a creek down, so it makes it a little more difficult. So I had to run the doors. I got two 12-foot doors on the 40 side, so it makes the shop longer, which to me, it kind of robs me of usable space being this way, because I want most of the work to be done towards the back of the shop. But at the same time, I have to leave all this kind of open if I want to pull another car in. So, and then of course I have the boat, which is for sale. So, I hear the kids out there. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm here. It's a mess. I have no shelving in here yet. Yeah, you can see my absolute. You can see how my mind works. Is everything's like separated. So I have the subframe tranny here, supercharger just randomly in the floor. Not sure why I have it there. Have this going on over here. That's where I was cutting wood to prop the motor and prop the tranny. And then old lights I pulled down to put up some new bright ones. So these are 6,000 lumen. Warm, I think it's like a 3,500K. And I went to a 31,000 lumen 5K light. I mean, it almost casts a shadow, so it looks dark over here, super bright over here. So I'm gonna have to finish changing those out. My Chinese knockoff tire changers, which do a fantastic job. I can't complain. I already changed out a few sets. I'm working. I still have a bunch of tools in the garage in the house that I need to bring out. I got a whole nother DeWalt box like this in the house I need to bring out. I have some more tables in there I need to bring out. The shelving I'm going to leave in the garage just so I can keep all the home stuff in that garage. So I have more work cut out for me. So this is kind of what I've been doing on top of my full-time job that I've been working 60, 70 hours a week at. Makes it difficult. So yeah, I'm a little disorganized. I'm a little dysfunctional, but I know where everything's at now. That's kind of where I'm at. Let me show you. This has kind of been my my little hideout for a while. Let me show you. That's a 24-inch farm light. It's pretty cool. I still have wood trim around the doors because I've been too lazy to put the trim on like I did this one, the actual sill. But I'll get there. I got freaking all kind of projects. But yeah, I just thought this would be a cool little kind of intro video to a new series. I'm probably not going to record every day, but I at least want to get one video a weekend. Just little updates like this. I might do some videos, me doing some work, getting some work done. Just a little knick-knack stuff. I know I don't have the big YouTube personality. I'm a 40-year-old man. This has started out as a hobby for me. If you look at my YouTube channel, I don't know, I've been on YouTube 12, 15 years or something like that. And it's mainly started with my racing videos and then some Tough Mudder videos. And it was just kind of hosh-posh of videos that I was putting out. More just to share what I was doing, not necessarily to gain mass audience. So that's kind of where my channel originated from. But here lately, now that I don't know, I've gained, a few subscribers, and I have some videos that 80,000 views, stuff like that. Like I don't know. Now I'm curious on what I can do with YouTube. I don't really share much of this part of my life on my social media. Mainly just YouTube. So I don't know. I just kind of figured I'd give it a shot and see what kind of, I guess audience or what kind of viewership I can get. Just a day in the life of, me being I'm a sheet metal worker by profession. I've had a laundry list of businesses and stuff that I don't know. I like to dabble in everything, and I figure this would be a good thing to dabble in now that it's kind of to a certain point that I can see what happens with it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't know. I want to see what happens. I have, I don't know, some stuff that might be interesting to some and might be boring to others. So, all I can say is just stay tuned in, and I don't know, to not be lazy when I get home. Like, I get home and, I still have my chores I got to do at home. I do the trash and cut the grass and all that stuff, which thank God it's fall because I hate cutting the grass. I absolutely hate it. My wife will tell you, like I dread it. I will put that off for weeks. That shit will be knee high when I go to cut it. And I don't know. It's like I get home from work. I just want to do nothing. But I love being out here in the shop. I like working on cars. Actually, I'd say I love working on cars. I hate maintenance on cars, but I love working on cars. You know what I mean? You know, nobody likes to fix their shit when it's broke, but we like to do stuff. You know, make it a little funner. You know, and that's the thing with this Audi. This we were gonna sell this car. We were gonna sell it and be done with it. The wife was wanting a new car. I know some of y'all may have noticed that we bought a Tesla, and for no other reason than gas, because at the time I was driving 75 miles one way to work, and I was burning through $1,000, $1,200 worth of gas a month. So I was like, man, I need to find me a Prius or something. But it made more sense just to get the Tesla, and we now spend what I was spending $1,200 in gas. I'm now spending $80 a month in electricity. So I'll take that trade. So it's been great. But the wife has kind of confiscated that car from me, because she drove the Audi most of the time. So the Audi was her baby. I was driving the Tesla, and then my truck just sat. Well, I started letting her drive the Tesla because here lately she's been driving further to work than I have been. So I was like, hey, take the Tesla. And which, by the way, has been a great vehicle. I don't care if you're a car enthusiast or a nerd or whatever you call yourself. It's a fun car. It's an easy car. It definitely improves the quality of your life. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what YouTubers say. That has been my experience. A car that you can just hop in and go and not have to worry about the gas station or nothing. Everybody pulls this, oh, it takes me 10 minutes to get gas. Well, I don't even have to stop and get gas because I wake up every day with a full tank. Anyway, I digress. This, anyway, so we were going to sell this. She was wanting to get her, you know, after her experience with my Tesla, she was wanting to get her own. But could we afford it? Yeah. Do I want to afford it? No. So I basically have forfeited my Tesla to my wife, and then this is going to be my baby now. This is going to be my daily driver, which it's already pushing 450 horsepower. Hopefully with a few other little knickknacks the wife don't know about. We'll be pushing 5. If I went E40, I could easily get another 50 out of it or so, up in the 540 range. But anyway, this is just where I'm at. This is getting my new daily. My truck, it needs some work too. It's, if you follow the channel for any kind of length, it's time to do ball joints again, which is always a fun job. Ball joints and manifold bolts again. And I said in the last time I did the manifold bolts that if it happened again, I was going headers. But the problem is, after reviewing a bunch of these headers out here, nobody makes a good one that's affordable. There's all these Chinese-made brands, and people have issues with them. Welds breaking, cracking. Some people have no issues. Some people have a lot of issues. So I may just order another set of just stock manifolds to throw on it, because I'm not sure at this point if mine are warped or what's going on with them. So I might just go that route, see what I can find. But I haven't made up my mind yet. That's why I haven't done it yet. So right now my truck sounds like a ticking time bomb. And I know at this point this video is probably getting fairly long. But that's kind of what I want. Anyway, maybe just I'm off on a tangent. Anyway, I will have another video coming out on the truck. I'm gonna do a 265,000 mile review video, because believe it or not, my 200,000 mile review video is one of my better performing videos on YouTube. Just weird. And I get comments from people who don't even have the same year or same even. Never mind. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but the truck's a 2014 with an 8-speed 4-wheel drive. If you have anything other than that, my review is probably not gonna work for you. Just saying. Let's close this video out here. Yes, this is my work shirt. This is also, it's probably backwards to you, but this shirt I got from Boosted Boys. I don't know if y'all follow them. They run a bunch of K-swapped Honda stuff. I'm not even a Honda person, but I freaking fell in love with their channel, and that's pretty good content. I mean, for some Honda boys. So anyway, that's where I got this shirt. This is one of their shirts, so shout out to them. And then you know, like I say, Roman Atwood, he's kind of inspired me to kind of start this, I don't know, this weekly video thing I want to do. So I at least want to post one a week. There may be weeks where I post multiple, but the goal is one a week, and I'm gonna need all you guys to hold me to it. So keep me on my toes, guys, please, because I need you.